Hey everybody, welcome again. This is our first video of 2014 and we are going to be looking at 4 Tribes. Nice little 2-player game from Jason Glover, Grey Gnome Games. It's going to be on Kickstarter starting next week, either Monday or Tuesday, January 6th or 7th. I can't remember his exact launch date, and will be on for 30 days or so. Joining me is...
Megan.
Yes, Megan is joining me to play this one. Jason actually asked if she would join me for this video so we could get the casual gamer perspective and what she thought of this as a 2-player game. So basically we're going to show you the components and just to let you know real quick, these are prototype components. This is not the final version, so things can change. But even for prototype version, these are great. Artwork and everything is really good. But they're prototypes, so the Kickstarter, of course, will be to get this game produced and get it produced at a higher quality. And then we will go and show you gameplay, talk about it a little bit in the beginning. Might, like I've done. This is a pretty short game, but like I've done in the past, and the middle section I might speed up and you'll see the beginning of the end in our play, and then we're going to come back and tell you what we think of the game. So hang out and check out 4 Tribes. Alright, so now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the components that you get with the game. 4 Tribes comes with 2 decks of cards, 36 cards, a deck for each player, and each deck is kind of consistent of the same cards for each player. And what you get in the deck are cards such as these, and you'll get some cards like this that have a color value and a number value, and these range from anywhere from 3 to 7. And then you're going to get some special cards as well. You'll get some dragons, and the dragons are either going to be a 1 or a 2, and they also have a color associated with them. Dragons can be either played on your side or on your opponent's side of a village, and basically they're a way to kind of block them from getting additional points in that village. So when you see us play in a little bit, we'll show you some of that. A couple other cards, specialized cards you get is, here's a catapult. Now it doesn't have a color associated with it, so it is a wild. This card can be played on either side, either your side of the village or your opponent's side of the village, but whatever side you put it on, the other side you're going to remove a card. So you might put this on your opponent's side because they played a dragon on your side and you want to remove that dragon. This is one way you can do that. Otherwise, you can put it on your side and remove, say, like one of their high value cards or the sanctuary, which we'll get to here in a minute, that is on the other side of the village. So it's got some good versatility along with being a 4-point for your side in gaining favor for the village elder. Then you've got some 5s here. So the first one we'll look at, I just talked about it. Here is the Sanctuary card. Now, Sanctuary again is a wild. It's a 5. You place this on your side of a village, and what it allows you to do is basically, if this is played on your side of the village, it's 5 points towards you gaining favor for the elder, but it also will stops your opponent from playing any cards on your side of that village. So it's a good way to keep them off of your village. And then your other 5 is the Guardian. Again, a 5 wild. You place this on your side of a village. And what it does is you can either take out a dragon. You can remove any one card from your side of the village. Usually you use it for a dragon. But what you'll do is you'll place this, and it can either be in the village that you're in, or one of the villages adjacent to where you've placed your guardian. So it's a good way to get rid of those dragons and open up those spots so you can put down more points for favor with the elders. And finally, we've got a wild sheep or offering, and this is a 6-point one. This one can be played on either side, and basically it's 6 points and it's a wild, and you either put it on your opponent's side to basically close out and score a village, or put it on your side for the points. And then we've got these 6 village cards, and these are double-sided, and you're going to use both sides as the game goes along. Doesn't matter when you start the game which side starts up, but you'll see there's a circle spot here. Get down in here. There's a circle spot right here. That tells you which village elder will be sitting there. And then there's these kind of brownish squares. That's how many houses you're going to pull or huts for this village, and you'll put them in those spots. And that'll determine what cards and how many cards can be played against this village to try to sway this elder to your side. Again, they're double-sided. Once you've actually scored this side, you'll flip it over for the other side and do the same thing. This would be a blue village elder, and you'd put 3 more villages or huts out here. And you get 6 of those and use all of them during the game. You get these long houses. These are basically just places to store your village elders as you score them. So one of them stays up at the top of the village and just houses all the elders that haven't been scored yet, or haven't been put out on a village, and the other 2 are just placeholders for you to use to show which village elders you've scored. Speaking of village elders, again, Kickstarter prototype. This probably may not be the final version, but here are our village elders. So these pawns represent the village elders that we're trying to sway towards our influence. These will be on those village cards, and the end result is the game ends when the first person that either gets all 3 of a single type of village elder, or one of each type of village elder. And that would be the first person to do either of those things would be the winner. And you get a bag and a bunch of these huts. And again, different colors. Again, these are going to represent, as we play, what type of cards can be played to try to persuade a village elder, and how many cards can be played on that village. And then you'll see in the middle there we've got just a couple of these black huts, and these are wilds, so anything can be used to try to fill that void. And of course these all go in a bag. Jason sent a nice larger bag, so for those of us with very big fat fingers, I've been using this one, but basically you put all of the huts in there and they're randomly chosen for each village. So there you go. That is the components that comes with the game. So we're going to go ahead and set up a game and start playing. Alright, now we're going to show you a real quick setup. So here's the 6 village cards. So each of these villages is going to get an elder, and again, like we talked about, they're double-sided, so it doesn't matter which side they start on. So Megan's going to go ahead and start filling in the circles with the elders that go into that village. And then we have our brown bag here filled with our village huts, which we'll pull out, shake those up. So now Megan's going to go ahead and start filling in the squares with the different colored huts. Now what the huts represent is, for instance, in this first card here that she filled out, we are vying for the attention of this blue elder, and there are 2 huts on it, so each of us on each side, as we're playing to try to win the favor of this elder, can play 2 cards. But not only can we only play 2 cards, in this particular instance, one of the cards has to be a blue card, and one of the cards has to be a yellow card, or wilds if we have those as well. So 2 cards here, 2 cards here. Here we're looking at 4 cards, and we won't get to determine who gets the favor of this elder until both sides have the maximum amount of cards that they needed to play. So each of us are going to shuffle our decks. Now there are only 2 black huts in the entire thing. These are wilds, and we have them on the board at the moment, so anything can be played against those. Alright, so from our 36 card decks, we are each going to get 6 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And take turns playing. Want to start us off?
Sure. I will start with a yellow 5.
Alright, so of the yellow and red card that she can play on her side on this village, she's done the yellow, so now she can only play a red card, or a wild card can go on that side. Let's see. I am going to go with her here and go for a red 7. And of course we draw up as we... So you play a card and you draw a card.
I'll play 5 blue.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead with... Nope, not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play one of my dragon cards, which this is a yellow dragon, and it's a 1-point card. And I'm going to play this on her side. This is one of the few cards in my deck that I can play on her side of the table, on her side of the village. So I'm going to basically, right here, take up her yellow spot with a 1.
And I'm going to play a green dragon on this one, so I can take up his wild card spot.
Yeah, so she's played a green. There's no other green there except for the wild, so now I can't really play a wild. I have to play 2 more blues to finish this out, and she's kind of put me at a spot where I only have 1 point there. So I will... I'm going to play my Sanctuary card here. It's a 5-point wild that but basically says as long as I have this card here, she can't play cards on this village on this side of the table. So she can't use like dragons right now on this village. And it's a wild. I don't have to determine what it is until it's time to score it.
I'm going to play my guardian card on this one, so I can remove the dragon that was placed next to me on the adjacent village.
I'm going to play a 6 here. 6 red.
I'm going to play a Sanctuary card to protect that village.
Alright. I'm going to play a 5 red there.
I'm going to play a 7 blue there.
7 blue. Going to play a 5 yellow here, which now she's got 2 cards on her side. I've got 2 cards on my side. Only 2 cards can be played on each side. This will actually score. So what you do is you count up your total points that you've tried to win favor of that elder. So I've got a 7 and a 5. I've done 12 points to try to favor this elder, and she has a 5 and a 5 for 10. So I will score the red village elder into my longhouse, making sure the cards are mine. Those will go in my discard pile. Those go away. We flip this guy over, and the next elder comes out. Happens to be another red elder, and there are 4 huts on the opposite side there. So we will be able to play a red, a blue, a yellow. Hey, all we need is a green here. All we need is a green. And a green. There we go. We have to play one of each type of card there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I still have to do my draw up after playing that card. Now it is Megan's turn to go.
And I will play 6 red.
6 red. We'll play a 4 blue there.
I'm going to play a 1 dragon there.
Cool. I am going to play a 5 guardian here, which allows me to remove a card on my side from either this village or an adjacent village, so that's going to allow me to get rid of the dragon she just played. And then I draw up.
Play a 4 green there.
So 1 red dragon there.
I'll put a 4 red there.
I'm going to 5 sanctuary this one, so it's a 5 points, but she can't play cards on this side of that village.
I'm going to put a 2 dragon there.
We'll put a 2 dragon, red dragon there.
I'll put a blue dragon there.
Dang you. I'll put a 6 green there.
I'll put a blue dragon there.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Put a 5 green there, I guess.
I'm going to put a 3 green for my wild, and that'll score.
Yep.
And
So I've got all dragons on my side from her, so I got nothing
get the
there.
blue elder.
Yep. So she scored the blue, we flip, and this time it's a yellow elder that's coming out, and there are 3 spots. We'll play 3 cards of yellow, green, and yellow.
Your turn.
Alright. That wasn't all that helpful. Do a 1 blue dragon there.
I am going to do a 7 green there.
2 yellow dragon there.
I'm going to use the catapult to get rid of one of these dragons.
Interesting. I'm going to use the catapult to get rid of your catapult.
Okay. 3 blue there.
6 blue there.
Do a 5 green there.
2 dragon there.
I'll do sanctuary there.
Alright, I'll go ahead and score this one. So you've got 14, I've got 15.
Okay.
So I got the red elder.
Red card.
These guys come off. That one was yours. Alright, we're going to flip. Red is already out, so we will just continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to draw one more, and it's your turn to play.
7.
You know what? Do offerings on your side of the table,
And that's
which gives you 11, gives me 17. So I score. So again, one of the win conditions is 3 of the one color elder or 1 of each type. So that will end the game, and that is 4 tribes. All right. So that was 4 tribes. Yellow, green, good. So Megan's favorite part. There's a green deck.
It's true. And green parts.
And green parts. So what did you think?
I really liked this game. I thought it was quick. It was easy to learn, but yet a lot of strategy involved. It's a higher thinking game, but not so complicated that it loses me after a bit. So I appreciate that. It's active. It's constantly moving, which I like, and it allows me to think ahead multiple steps, even though it constantly changes. But
okay, and this is a game that was nice as well, is because we played it. We played it a few times to get ready for the review. We played it for you just a little while ago, and you know, this is a game that since we've been playing it, Megan has actually asked, "Hey, you know, I've been thinking about that game. Let's play again. Let me try something different," that kind of thing. So that is a positive as well. I mean, any game that can get somebody, especially somebody that considers themselves a casual gamer and doesn't play a lot of games. But when you can get a game like this to the table, and again, it's a 2-player game, so it's a great couples game, a great filler game, and it is a quick game. So if you can get a game like this to the table, that somebody's going to say, "Hey, I've been thinking about that game. I've been thinking about how that went. Let's play again. Let me try that again. Let me see what I can do this time," kind of thing. When you start thinking about the strategy and thinking about the depth of the game, that's a positive all the way around for me. So I think, once again, Jason Glover, Grey Gnome Games, he's done several Kickstarters. Jason's a machine. He keeps pumping out excellent games. His Kickstarters have always done really well. He's one of those people I know personally, but he's also somebody that I keep an eye on just because his designs are that good. One of the other things we were doing tonight was playing some of the finalists for the Father Geek, All Us Geeks, and the Game Crafter micro game contest, and Jason has 2 games in that as well. And so far, those games are really solid as well. So I have yet to see a really bad game come from Jason. If you haven't checked out Jason's stuff before, again, on Kickstarter, he's got 4 or 5 projects. You can look for Plague the Card Game, Tasnia, Neptune, Zogar's Gaze. I mean, he's a great designer that is just pumping games out, and I look forward to a lot of cool things from him in 2014. So what would you say? I mean, is this a game that you would potentially recommend for more casual gamers?
absolutely.
Absolutely. And,
It's one that I actually want to play again, which is always a good seal
There
of
you go.
approval for me. And I think it's easy to play, so I think it's definitely family friendly too, which I tend to look forward to if I want to go home and play with my nephews or my family. They're all casual gamers, so this is something I could easily introduce to them.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me would be, and this is not a negative to the game, it is a 2-player, it's meant to be a 2-player game. I would love to see this expand out into a 4-player game somehow, just to add a couple more people, just because I do think it has that appeal, that you could get family members involved on this, so you could get like a group of 4 people around a table that would easily enjoy this. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's something that Jason's got in the works. Possibly a stretch goal. You never know. But that is a good thing to me. It's like, I love playing this game, and we'll continue to play it. And in fact, when we let you go, you never know. We might play it again.
I think so, because he won last time, and I can't let that stay.
There you go. So, yeah, my only takeaway is, man, I wish we could get a couple more people to the table to have them experience this with us. So definitely check this out. Again, January 6th or 7th, I'm kind of thinking 7th for some reason. That's sticking in my head. So January 7th, around there, on Kickstarter. Check out 4 Tribes. And definitely back it. I can't say enough good things, not only about this game, but about Jason and Grey Gnome Games in general. If you haven't checked them out before, check it out and look for Grey Gnome Games games. You can find a bunch of them on the Game Crafter as well. So there you go. First video of 2014. First appearance of Megan for 2014.
What?
There will be more.
I don't know about that.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Check out the game.